You've got this incredible recipe. There's all kinds of really unique and interesting things going on with this, so take it away.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, back to our max flavor recipes tonight, and we are going to start off with the dough. Now, this is a classic pizza dough that I make with my family almost weekly. Starts off with all-purpose flour, get that in the bowl, and then you're going to add in some salt in there. And I'm using instant yeast just because it's a time saver. You know, you could use either one.
Proofing yeast, or
yeah, but
it
would have to rise longer. So with the instant yeast, you can put it in dry. You don't have to put it in with any liquid, so it can go right in there.
Okay.
And then I like to mix it in with a fork and kind of whisk it together so it's nice and evenly dispersed with your flour. And then I like to make a bit of a well in there.
As I think this is one of those things that sometimes, I mean, there's certainly people that are really comfortable making dough, but sometimes it can feel a little bit intimidating. It has for me in the past. I've gotten a little bit, you know, sort of more open to it. But this is one of those recipes, and this is what's cool about it, is that you can't really overdo this dough, which is something I think about. Yeah.
100%. This dough is one of those ones where I just added a cup of water into it, and then I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of canola oil. I like to put the water in first. I just kind of squirt the oil on top. Super forgiving because you can mix this up. I take it with a fork to the shaggy dough stage here.
Okay.
And then you would take it out and you can knead it. You can knead it for 3 minutes till it comes together. You can knead it for 10, and it's just so forgiving. And then because it's the instant yeast, you just sort of set it aside for about 10 minutes minimum in a nice ball of dough in your bowl.
After you've gotten all the aggression out, maybe 10 minutes, let it sit.
Let it sit, and then you are going to have like the best dough.
The best pizza dough, deep dish pizza dough, which we have started to prepare. We're going to get to that in a second, but now we're actually making our sauce.
Okay, so sauce, again, classic canola oil.
Canola.
Any brand, any size, any store.
Yeah?
You're supporting our Canadian farmers. So the canola oil goes in. Then you're going to add in some garlic. You're going to want to let it sort of sizzle up here.
Are we on? And again, this is that maximum flavors concept, right? You've got a couple of other really lovely things that are going in here. Like nothing too unusual when it comes to pizza sauce, but these are all really important. Do you want me to stir
Sure, you want to stir that? So you can get the garlic, kind of the flavor coming out of it. You don't want it to burn. So, you know, about a minute, but watch it really closely.
Okay.
Once you get to that stage, I like to add the seasonings in next. We have salt, dried oregano, and some chilies.
Nice.
Again, you could mix this, you know, without the heat, but the heat brings out the essential oils in that oregano and the chilies and brings everything together.
Actually serves a function.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once that's heated up a little bit as well, then you're going to add in your crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
Scoop those on. Look at us. We're like
Welcome
teamwork. Right, your tomatoes
to
go
the family.
in.
See, it's just like family.
Then you're just going to mix it.
Yep.
Let it kind of simmer for about 3 minutes. Doesn't take long at all. And then you just turn the heat off. That's all you need to do.
3 minutes and then we're done. Okay.
But that 3 minutes, like that's the max flavor part because you really want to get the flavors to kind of meld together because the sauce is not going on the bottom.
The sauce is not going on the bottom.
Nope.
Well, I have a few questions. First of all, we've got a lot of canola, I assume, oil that's in this pan. Why so much?
Okay, so this is a smaller pan. You've got like a 10 by 15 pan here. I've put about a tablespoon or so of oil under the dough.
Yep.
We've put it in there, and then you're gonna press it all into the sides. You wanna press it up. Your hands are gonna get all oily. It's fun. It's a great step to have your family involved.
Oh, gosh.
You're gonna make yourself sort of the deep dish kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
There's some oil on top that helps to keep the dough kind of sealed, and then it doesn't have that. You know, sometimes it's doughy underneath the top.
Yes.
Oiling your dough on any way you're going to put your pizza together really helps with that.
Oh.
So.
And then I imagine that it really makes that the crust like very
underneath,
crispy.
Right? Yeah. So the oil underneath is going to make it really crispy. So the first thing that was going on is the cheese.
Okay, so I could not help but notice that these are blocks of cheese as opposed to shredded cheese. So why that?
Right back to that max flavor. We want big chunks of cheese. We want them all dispersed evenly in here, but you're gonna get like a mouthful of cheese. So you're gonna get bursts of the flavors when you're making this pizza. So we can just go and dump it all on there. So dump on the cheese. Then after the cheese, you're gonna do your veggies.
Like
you dump them on, I'll space them out.
So first cheese, maximum flavor, chunks of cheese, and then we have chunks of onion.
Yep, chunks of onion, chunks of green pepper, and chunks of mushroom.
And I love, like, well, you know, onion because it gets that nice, it's like it kind of caramelizes a little bit, or, you know, kind of crisps up, and yeah.
And then you can be considerate without catering with your family too. If somebody's not into onion, then don't put it on the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
But you can
There's always
still put it
somebody.
In there. There's always somebody. Same with the green peppers. We're gonna do some mushrooms on there. And then this is where the sauce comes into play. So once
Okay.
you get this all, once you're happy, I mean, you can fuss around with putting them everywhere you want.
Sure.
Then you're gonna take your sauce, and the sauce is gonna go down in layers, like rows.
So 3 rows.
Yeah, and then the pepperoni. You can start putting it on if you want.
So again, like does the sauce disperse at all, or is that actually it's going to come out just like that?
Comes out like that. That's why you want that flavor in that sauce, because
do
you're
we
gonna
put
get mouth everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Pepperoni everywhere.
Do I
It's
need
all
to
crispy.
stay in rows for this too?
Nope, all
This is really
crispy.
unique, Jennifer. Never made a pizza like this before.
So good.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, it looks absolutely incredible. Here, you want to take some?
Yeah, I'll take
too?
some.
Yeah. It's a little bit slow. Okay, absolutely fantastic. So again,
good.
so what happens now? You obviously you would put it in the oven. That often helps with pizza.
425, about 30 minutes. Just make sure that crust is nice and brown, and you're good to go.